Previously on The Hungry Immigrant with Mimi Fly.
Growing up, we didn't have much money, so it's important to cook at home to survive. You blend turmeric inside of the blender,
Yeah.
it's gonna stain.
Oh, that's true.
That's why I don't
That's
like to
true.
blend. You need to pound it, brother.
Yeah.
How did you balance like the fact that you love Malaysian food, and Malaysian food can be quite rich, right? How do you balance that? What's your trick or what's your
I
tip?
fast.
Oh, you fast.
I can fast for 20 hours.
Why, hello there, food lovers, and welcome to The Hungry Immigrant, the place where flavors cross borders and cultures unite. I'm your host, Abang Brian, coming to you with stories, secrets, and the irresistible charm of Asian cuisine and heritage. Each week, we'll journey into the heart of what makes food more than just a meal. We'll talk to chefs, celebrities, home cooks, and food enthusiasts who have brought their heritage to our tables. From the bustling streets of Kuala Lumpur to the vibrant markets of Manila and Seoul to the Chinatowns of New York, Paris, and Toronto, we're exploring the magic of food that connects us all. So join us as we delve into the rich tapestry of Asian food culture and heritage, celebrating the traditions and innovations that make our culinary world so diverse and exciting. Now, get ready as today's episode promises to be a flavorful journey.
Like, the thing is, if food is good. Food is not enemy, but it's just that, once you get to know your body better, then you start to decide better.
Yeah.
Or at least you will try to experiment
Mhm.
certain lifestyle that's that either gonna work for you. Do you feel good? Because to me, like this, whatever that I'm doing, I feel like it feels good.
Okay, so then the second question to this is if y'all don't know Mimi Fly, like she is not a person who will stand on stage and sing. She is gonna be jumping around, moving around, just moving. Am I not right? Right. So my question to that is like, don't you feel tired?
That's what it is. Made me fly. I gotta rehearse 10,000 times for
Yeah, and then you're fasting.
Right.
How do you do it?
When I'm deep in my training, of course I don't fast.
Oh,
there's
okay.
there's phases. Like, I'm not saying that I fast every day, guys. Occasional foodie, remember? So sometimes I just take some time. Like, I make time. That's what I can do. But during training, of course I eat. But really, I feel like eating whole food is something that has been going on since I was a kid. My mom has been teaching me to keep cooking, so it's always whole food. It's not processed food. Instead of ordering fast food or eat something from cans and bottled products, it's not something that we practice at home. So whole food always.
Okay, so you and your siblings are now working, and I think a lot of Malaysian food can take a lot of time.
But not telur goreng
Kicap.
kucap chili api.
That is true. That is true.
Oh,
I get where you're coming from.
And balado.
Yeah, Berlado, yeah. People always complain that we're too busy, right? And so therefore, Malaysian food is complicated to cook and takes a lot of time.
Good thing I love simple. Good thing that I'm not into the complicated ones. I love the simpler, the better. Like the one that I mentioned before, the chicken, the Ayam Berlado. It's so simple, but it's so good.
What makes a good lado?
I need a little bit of masam in it.
Okay.
So without that lime, I feel like it's
So you fry the chicken first, or you cook it with the lado?
Oh, no. I fry the chicken and then I put it aside, and then with the oil in the
With the oil that you use to fry the chicken?
Yes, that is where I use for the chili.
Right. Okay. So let's describe Ayam Berlado. Ayam Berlado or Masak Lado is basically chili, right?
My saliva right now.
And it is one way where you have like a sambal kind of thing that you serve with usually fish or chicken that has been fried or grilled, right? And the secret is that actually what you just said.
Chicken,
Fried
but
chicken first.
it could also be eggplant.
Oh, dude, eggplant? Do you know how much oil eggplant? Eggplant without any puns at all. I really love eggplants. Okay, with no other meaning. Okay, people who are watching don't interpret it differently, whatever. But I do love eggplants, right? And one of the things is like whenever you fry eggplant, right, it's so good. Like in the Chinese cuisine, you have yong tau fu, and it's stuffed brinjal with or eggplant with, and you deep fry it first. But every time you deep fry, holy moly, the amount of oil that it absorbs. That one after that, I think must intermittent fasting.
But of course, I don't do it like a deep fry. I don't
Oh,
deep
you don't
fry the
deep fry?
eggplant. Yeah, it's just
Shallow fry kind of thing.
shallow fry up, and then put water and
Oh, that's a
so
healthy
it
way.
get
Oh, yes,
so it
yes,
gets
yes, yes.
softer.
Yeah.
But I also want that burn on
Right.
the surface, so
Yeah.
kind of stir fry a little bit
It's almost like
and put
yeah,
some water and just close it.
like a gyoza kind of. You're cooking it, but also steaming it at the same time. Right.
I gotta be
That's
smart
healthier.
about this.
That's healthier, right?
Yeah.
So it's not true. It's not true that Malaysian food is all unhealthy.
No, it's
It's
not.
not. It's not.
Right. I used to cook for my boyfriend, right?
Okay.
So I make this just rice, and I think this is what is that Thai dish again? Like a basil
Okay.
with minced
Yeah, minced meat with
or
basil.
minced chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
Minced beef or chicken, yeah.
Right. So I made that, and then
With a fried egg.
yeah, it's fried egg, and that's it, right? And he's a doctor, yeah, my boyfriend.
Right.
He was like, I can eat this every day.
Yeah.
Like, I can eat this every day. This is really healthy.
Now, I feel that because you cook and you've learned a lot of cooking from your mom, and the way you describe cooking is really very the traditional way, right?
Yeah.
I feel that that's what you're telling me. Like you're a very traditional girl. What are your thoughts on all this spice paste and instant sauces and instant everything?
I guess it's for the people who's really busy, who can make time.
Yeah.
It also help people to cook at home. Maybe
Yeah.
they don't know how,
Yeah.
Not everyone is blessed with, knowledge or experience of good food at home.
Yeah.
Some people really just want to cook at home, but they don't know how. So I feel like this paste, it helps them.
Right.
Chili paste, all this
Yeah,
instant,
yeah.
of course. But then if it's too much of that, it's actually going to hinder you from growing and evolving, because I feel like everything starts from home. You must somehow at least learn the kind of food that you can make for yourself, that is healthy for you, instead of just relying on what you see out there in the market.
But what do you think about people trying to modernize our food?
I don't like it. I do that.
You know what I'm talking about, like all this fusion, all this
I
like,
it.
you know how there's this craze of buttermilk,
Oh,
right? Which is not really Malaysian. I don't know where it came from. And when I say buttermilk, it's like for our international audience, it's not cooking with buttermilk. It's literally butter and milk, right? So like you usually cook, you start with butter, you melt the butter, you put in some garlic, some chili, some curry leaves, some curry powder if you want, and then you put in evaporated milk with whatever protein you want to have. But that buttermilk taste is something that I think Malaysians are crazy about. And there's buttermilk everything, chicken, prawn. I don't know. I think like it could be a Chinese New Year thing as well. Buttermilk prawns. I heard it before. Anyways, so what do you think of all this?
I don't think it's wrong. Because, I may, at home,
Yeah.
my family is crazy about my bolognese pasta.
Right.
Right? The thing is, my bolognese is not done like Italian. It's
Okay.
the fusion of, because I like spicy food. So my bolognese is spicy. I put chili padi in it.
Right.
But yes, I put rosemary, I put thyme,
Yeah.
and I put mushroom and capsicum, Fusioning it according to your taste is fine. But to go crazy about it, why? I go crazy about things like that's just going to be there for a while, To me, that's why I love traditional food, I guess, because this has been passed down from generation to generation. It's more precious.
And what is one thing that you feel that one dish or one way of cooking that we should never modernize? Do you have one thing that we should always cook it, or like we should always cook it the way your grandma did?
Yeah. Don't put sugar in your masak lemak. Please.
Well,
I can taste it. I can taste it here.
so I'm laughing is because like
Please don't. Just get a fresh coconut. Just get fresh coconut.
oh, and you use only fresh coconut,
Must be fresh.
nothing from the box or the can.
No,
Oh, wow.
not in the box, not in the can. But if you want it to be extra creamy, then sometimes I put
The one box.
just once everything is done. But fresh coconut will save your life.
The mind of a person who cooks is the logic is sugar balances spiciness, right? But the thing is, you don't only balance spiciness with sugar because what you're saying is, I understand now because you say fresh coconut, which is much sweeter naturally.
True. Not only that, the juice from your chicken is also giving a bit sweetness there too.
That is true.
And if you put potato in it, even the whatever it is, once it mixed together, it will be balanced without the sugar.
Yeah.
At least for masak lemak.
No, I would think
Curry
so.
too. I don't know. It's just a lot. Sambal is good with sugar. But you think about how healthy your food is without the sugar. I can really eat a bowl of masak lemak.
Yeah. You can like hero.
Right.
You can drink like soup.
And no guilt,
yeah.
whatsoever.
I think also sugar is a shortcut because like when you talk about curries and stuff like that, I have been cooking curries for the longest time. I don't have that story like all these MasterChef people. Oh, my grandparents, like your story, like grandmother, my mother. I never had that.
Right.
I started cooking because
Wow.
of health. I started cooking because of my father.
That's why you're Brian.
Yeah, but so like, and I also wanted to learn our traditional dishes, right? And over the
Right.
years, I played around with it, follow the internet, follow what aunties say and all. And I think, like for example, sugar actually is a shortcut to the sweetness that comes from onions and shallots. And it's not only the amount that we use; it's how we cook it. And then, of course, I'm trained traditionally French cooking, right? So you can sweat onions for half an hour, which I'm like, wait, that's how Malay cooking is also, right? The way we cook it with the oil and all, but you have to gao and like you have to, depend on the quantity that you. But like the amount of onions, you really don't need that much sugar, right? If at all, just a little bit to the extra kick, right?
So even in balado, right? In balado, people put sugar in balado. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I really depend on the onion.
Do you have like a magic ratio of how many onions you use, and how do you know?
I don't know. I love onion.
I know that you're probably one of those people like, okay, how much onion like that lah?
Yeah.
This is like that much.
Yeah, that's how my mom taught me, guys. So yeah, I am no writing recipe down for you. I can only say campak.
Okay, so this is one question I would like to ask you. Well, I'm not sure whether you're exposed to people, but you're dating someone from abroad, so you travel a lot. I remember you went over to Indonesia with Shiazike for a competition, was it?
Yeah.
So you've been to Indonesia as well, and I'm curious to know, like, when you travel the world, what do people think of Malaysian food?
So when I went to Jakarta,
Yeah.
we had to stay there for 3 months.
Okay.
So we had to get used to all the food. And I went to this Minang restaurant, right? Blew my mind. I ordered everything, Brian.
Right.
It's so good. And the thing is because I am from Minang.
Yeah.
I am Minang because my dad's in Milan,
Yeah.
right?
Minang is actually the people that come from Sumatra, if I'm not mistaken. So Sumatra is bordering the peninsula of Malaysia, and a lot of people migrated, like your father, like your forefathers, migrated to a lot in Negeri Sembilan area, right? The Minang people, and then you have the Javanese, you have like the Kalam, different parts of Indonesia people have actually come to Malaysia and influenced our way of food. And like when we cook certain dishes in certain states that, for example, is predominantly Minang, we have that style, but it's not 100% Minang.
Right.
Right. And so you went to
But I went and I
Yeah.
tasted myself and I felt mouthgasm. It was mouthgasmic.
Okay, orgasmic.
But yeah, but the thing is like I felt like home.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that crazy?
What makes it feel like home?
I don't know. You just know it. I can't explain it. It's just you just know it. You taste it and you feel like I felt like I want to cry.
Oh wow.
Have you ever?
I have. Because food does that for me.
Food does that to me.
Yeah.
It does that to my boyfriend when we went to Vietnam.
Yeah.
We took a trip to Phuket Island.
Yeah.
And we decided that let's not go to to all this place where the tourists are.
Tourists are, yeah.
Let's ask the cab driver.
Yeah.
So we ask the cab driver, we want to go eat where you eat around this area that is good. So he took us to this place, like it's far. It's deep in the village. Okay. And then there was, I don't know, I forgot the name, but
You're being racist, okay?
no, because the thing,
Okay, so
I record the video, like
Yeah.
explain to me how to, because I want to let everybody know
Yeah.
you need to come here. The food was so good. My boyfriend cried.
wow.
So
He
good.
actually cried.
He actually cried in front of me.
And he's not
I
Asian,
hope he's
is he?
not watching this.
Wait, he's not. Is he Asian? He's not Asian, right?
He's not Asian.
He's not Asian, but he cried over Asian food.
Yes. It seems like
Asian
my
food.
boyfriend, he's like Asian in another lifetime. Well, not only that, so he took me to his friend's place one time. We went to visit his friend, his childhood friend, and he is a chef.
Oh.
And he just opened his restaurant there. But he met me and was like, wait, you from Malaysia? I learned in Malaysia. He knows about belacan.
Wow.
He knows about our pace.
Wow.
He's black.
Wow.
He's African American.
Okay.
And he knows about belacan. He talked to me about curry. And I'm like, you love it, right? And he was like, I love
This is black man telling me about my food.
it. Because, or else, I don't believe him. But the thing is, like, he told me all this. I learned at SS2. That's his chef. I'm like, talking about fatty crab. What?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I cooked for my boyfriend when I was there, and when I see him, and yeah, he don't want to let me go at the moment. He loves the food.
Right.
Yeah. He loves the food. There's this one time I made shrimp fried rice for him,
Yeah.
and the day after he was like, "Hey, we still have leftover rice. Can you do it again?" He loves Asian food.
Why do you think he loves Asian food?
I think it's so because I'm not sure. Maybe it's not cheesy.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how
Because the person is from
because
America.
he's from
right?
America.
Okay.
So I guess
Yeah, I understand you.
right? And I think he loves, and he's the kind who loves soupy noodle soup.
Yeah.
And we have all that here too.
Yeah. And like again, I mean, we're talking to an international audience who's probably listening. Like the way we define soup in Asia is a little bit different. Well, in certain cuisines, most cuisines, soup is something that's thick, right? What we're talking about I think most people will know it as broth. We are a very broth-based community, I think. Given that you are a singer and a performer and whatever, is there like certain foods that you have to eat or drink before you perform, or there's certain things that you can't do before you perform?
Yeah, I gotta not eat spicy food.
Is that true?
True. I only found out about that because I did that one time and I feel like I almost died.
What does it do to you?
I feel this heartburn. Like you said, I don't stand and hold the mic and sing, right? I move, I jump. And so for someone who's like me, a performer, spicy food before you perform is a no-no.
Have you fainted before? Have you like felt?
Yes, I have fainted before, but
Like,
that is not
Not-
during the time when
Oh,
I
okay.
did my fasting. I was like maybe 2 years in the industry.
Oh, okay. It was not because of the fasting.
Not because of
Ah,
my
okay,
fasting,
okay.
it was because of lack of sleep, too
Yeah.
much stress,
Yeah.
expectation. Yeah, I think this is how we grow, we learn.
Yeah.
We make mistakes and we learn from it. That's it.
Over time, we just
Mm-hmm.
learn
Can't
the
be
art.
afraid of making mistakes, especially when you are on your own path. Who's going to tell you?
Yeah. And there's also an art that I learned, and it's called the art of not giving up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you get older, you kind of like, I've done that. I've been there. Where it does not do anything different, right?
Right.
It's like food as well. Like you said, like trends that they come and go really fast.
Yeah.
But things that really stay put are things that are very ingrained in our traditions, ingrained and are truly connected to who we are as people.
Yeah, and that is something that, of all the things, if there's one thing you want to treasure, is that.
Yeah.
Treasure that.
Yeah.
Treasure the one that has been passed down from generation to generation.
So you appreciate things that's going to be passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, that's how we learn. From there, life can be more intentional
Mm-hmm.
because you gain information from what you learn from your mother or from your family. When you change your ways, at least you know, oh, your root is here.
I think the last question I have for you is now you're dating someone, right? Do you think that you're going to have children? Do you want to have children one day?
Oh, I don't know.
Because we're talking about traditions and passing them on, right? And I don't have children yet. And I'm not going to say we're the same age, but we're actually the same age. Because she actually revealed it at the beginning of the show. But yeah, we're the same age. And like, I'm kind of worried as well, because like, I believe in tradition and I believe like, I want to pass that on. But if we don't have children, how do we do it?
I thought about it, I sometimes catch baby fever.
Sometimes.
Right, sometimes. But only sometimes because I still love my life. I do want to have children. Only if it's meant for me to have it.
And in Malaysia, we believe in the concept of rezeki, which is
Yeah,
a blessing. If it's meant for you, it's meant for
if
you.
it's meant for me, it's meant for me. I'm not trying to chase it. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to. If motherhood is calling, motherhood is calling.
You have a lot of followers and fans who are the TikTok generation, who are the generations who are much younger now. What would your advice to them be? Because you're someone, which actually is very shocking to me, because I never knew Mimi Fly as someone who is so grounded in tradition and family. Because of the way you portray yourself is someone who is like fun out there, very outgoing. I didn't expect this from you. What is the one thing you learned?
One thing I learned about food is we should celebrate our own food, Malaysian food. We should celebrate that more.
Because you feel that we don't.
We don't. We are deep drowning in all these viral food. If I don't cook with my mom, if she didn't, if I wasn't around in the kitchen with her, then I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
It's true.
It's all because since I was a kid, Mama taught me this, and not just me, my siblings, and my younger sister, my brother, even my brother. He's an amazing cook. This is how we've been brought up. We learn from our mom.
So Puan Ramla,
Puan Ramla is the best.
you're the best.
Right? Everybody love Mama's laksa.
Oh, Laksa. That's another topic that we have to talk about. Because I get very angry when I see on social media or when Laksa is just represented as curry noodles.
It's
For me,
not.
Laksa is not curry noodles,
not curry
and
noodles.
there is so many representation and so many like variations according to the state that you go to, according to the origins of it. It is not just a bowl of laksa. To me, it's
We
like
have
what kind
many
of laksa are you
laksa.
talking
Yes,
about?
we have many laksa, and the one I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Mama made the best northern laksa.
Assam laksa.
No,
Yeah.
not Penang laksa.
Okay.
That's Kedah laksa.
Oh, so what is Kedah laksa?
Oh, it's there's no pineapple there.
Okay.
There's no shrimp paste. It's there, like we cook it with belacan. The rest is the same, but there's no pineapple.
But it's also a fish-based broth.
Fish paste, thick
And it's sour, right?
and sour, spicy a bit.
Okay. Okay. To answer some of the queries of people now, they're like wondering, what does she mean by pineapple? So, Kedah is in the north of Malaysia. It's neighboring another state called Penang. Pulau Pinang or the Penang Island is one of the islands that belongs to the Straits, right? In the very beginning, there were the Penang, Malacca, and Singapore were part of the Strait Islands, we call them. And so there was an influx of Chinese and Malay immigrants there, and there was a cross culture resulting in this culture or this community called the Peranakan. So the Peranakan is a marriage of Malay and Chinese, and so the Chinese they love the pineapple. Can I tell you why? In the Chinese world, in Hokkien, when you say pineapple, it's ong lai. Ong lai, it actually I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but in Hokkien it sounds like gold or lakam.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it has a symbolic meaning, which I'm like, yeah, obviously Chinese people are gonna like it because it means like, may the luck come to me or like the money come to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, so the laksa part is very more Malay, I feel. And then there's that marriage of the Chinese immigrants and Chinese influence, so that's why there's the pineapple there, I think. But laksa Kedah is different and it's fish based.
Fish paste.
So do you boil the bones together or do you?
Yes.
Oh. And you blend
boil
everything.
it.
It's tedious, right?
It's a bit tedious.
You have
Yes.
to take off the...
Yes, you
flesh.
take it out, and then we're gonna blend the bones.
Okay, so another episode for Laksa coming soon, but right now, because she's an occasional foodie, I hope you're not fasting. But it's just tasting, okay? So every show, we have this segment called the Sambal Survey.
Okay.
So at the Sambal Survey, we will try 3 different sambals, one of which is mine, and then you get to pick your favorite, and you get to pick one that you don't like. Hopefully it's not mine. And we'll see what you think about the sambals. And
Okay, let's do
maybe
it.
mine's the best.
Let's do it.
So there's 3 sambal here. One is made by me, one is made by one of the most famous nasi lemak chain in Malaysia, and one is made by one of the most famous foodie influencer in Malaysia.
Okay.
Okay, so the first sambal to you is balanced.
Yeah, it can be spicier,
Mm-hmm.
but I can still taste the spiciness.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Okay.
Pecah minyak.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Yeah.
Have you ever tasted the one that's
I used to cook. I cook before,
that cold?
and then I got the shelling of my life, scolding of my life. Like, what?
Me too.
What is that? Is it sambal? Sambal. And because we're health cooks,
You want
right?
to kill me? My mom.
Yeah.
You want to kill me?
When you don't cook with enough oil, the chili is not cooked entirely.
It's not
And you can taste that rawness, and especially when you
And then you
use dry chilies is the worst.
Yes, and you get bloated.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's why it's important.
The second one. Let's taste the second one.
Okay.
The second one is a little bit dark. I'm really confused. I know mine is between 2.
It's a bit dark.
This is much darker.
Explain.
Oh,
It's sweeter.
ooh. But that.
But I guess when it's this spicy, they're gonna have to put more sugar to balance it.
Tapi this one you taste the sugar, right?
And now we can taste the sugar. And now I don't call it sambal. I call it sambal sugar.
Sambal sugar.
That's why it's
because
dark.
I never thought about that. When she mentioned it, then I realized, yeah, actually, the fact that you have a lot of sugar in something, it means you're trying to cover with something, right?
Right.
That's-
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is the thing though. You find this kind of sambal everywhere outside.
Oh,
It's like has become the standard for Malaysian.
yeah,
They prefer this kind of sambal.
yeah.
Just not me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one.
Okay.
The last one, I think you're gonna debate. I rasa. So I pun akan debate pun ni. Okay, so the third one. Ganang eat all. Because I know. I can see the seeds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is lazy work, guys. You need to filter this, man.
And like, it hits you, right? It's so spicy. So what do you think of this one? Is this lazy one?
My mom would call it lazy. This is Mimi when she's lazy. I don't think a lot of us can tolerate this kind of spiciness.
Yeah,
And then there's no love in the food.
yeah. I feel that.
I'm just saying like that's what it feels like. When it comes
Yeah.
to food, right? It's really about emotion, right?
Oh.
To not be considerate.
Not considerate. You're not considerate.
You're lazy.
It's a lazy sambal that's not considerate. These are words that I've
You're
not heard.
inconsiderate.
First time I heard people describe a sambal as that. How is a sambal? It's not considerate. Okay, so which is your favorite?
My favorite.
Yeah.
This.
Okay, so to find out whether it's my sambal that Mimi likes, please check out the YouTube video. The link is in the description. And I think with that,
You're not gonna ask me which one is the worst.
no, I think it's the not considerate one. Uh, so yeah, as before we go, I would like to thank you so much for joining us and making time out of your busy schedule. Follow her.
Thank you.
Her handle is Mimi Fly. New album coming out.
Oh yes.
I don't know when this is gonna air, but it's supposed to come out when your album.
It's gonna be a 9 months of promotion. So
Oh, okay. So it'll be out. So it's probably out.
end of the year next year.
End of the year next year. Okay, it's probably out now.
because we're recording this much early. I don't come back to Malaysia that often. So thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
so much for having me. I had so much fun, guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
And is there anything else you want to say to anyone watching, people who follow you?
Yeah, food is not enemy and love Malaysian food.
Thank you, Mimi. Be considerate about your food. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Hungry Immigrant. Join us next time where we will have another interesting guest to share about what they think about food, and especially about Asian food. And as always, before we end, I would like to invite everyone to always keep your plates adventurous and your heart open. This has been The Hungry Immigrant. My name is Abang Brian.
Terima kasih and thank you for joining us on yet another episode of The Hungry Immigrant. It's been a delightful feast of stories and flavors that remind us just how much food brings us together. Now don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you'll never miss an episode. And if you loved today's culinary journey, leave us a review and share the episode with your friends and family. Your support helps keep our traditions alive and our tables more diverse. Do follow us on Instagram at Hungry Immigrant and my personal account Abang Brian for behind-the-scenes looks and extra tidbits from each episode. We love to see how food inspires you, so do tag us in your next food adventure. I'm Abang Brian, reminding you to savor every bite and cherish every moment at the table. Until next time, keep your plates adventurous and your hearts open.